So, welcome to today's episode of Tunes of BracU. This is Teertho, and today we're joined by Raahim Teertho, who will be sharing his musical journey as a student of BracU, sharing his glimpses, his tips, and also hopefully leaving a tip or two for other aspiring musicians out there. So, hello, how are you?
Hi, fine.
So, should we just get into it and start?
Sure.
Okay. So, first of all, for our audience, if you could just give us a basic introduction of yourself, your name, your department semester, and also sort of a glimpse into how your musical journey started as it is.
Alright, so hi, I'm Teertho. I'm currently in my 11th semester. I'm from the computer science department. So my glimpse into music, right? Alright, so as far as I can remember, when I was a kid, my mom used to send me to take vocal lessons, which I really sucked at. So it was really bad because I used to get notices from my teacher that, oh, he's not practicing enough, he's not doing that stuff. So yeah, but eventually I quit taking those vocal lessons, and then in class 9 or 10, I started with practicing the guitar, and then got back into music, properly into music. Yeah.
So I've noticed that you have a band called A-Kid, right?
Yeah.
So if you could share the journey of how you came up, like the concept of A-Kid and how it's going, who you're working with.
Yeah. All right. So the concept of A-Kid, it's basically just us friends jamming together. A-Kid basically started back in college. When I was in college, I met this senior who is now my friend. I just call him by name now. It doesn't matter anymore. His name is Pranto. I started off with Pranto back in probably 2020. Yeah, it was during the COVID times. So yeah. And since then, we've been going on with this. And then my other two friends, Sami and Tamzid, joined in. Sami is the bassist. Tamzid is the drummer. So yeah. Nothing really deeper into this stuff. It's just as friends, jamming and having fun. Yeah, that's all to it.
Okay, so if you could give us you sort of did give an overview of your band journey, but a bit more considering the sort of external help you receive. It can be from family members, of course. You need a supportive family to help you continue this passion. At the same time, in your friend circle, when you're starting out, you need a lot of help to grow.
Yeah.
So what was that sort of the external support? How did you receive it, and how much did it actually help you?
All right. So my family is really supportive in terms of music because, they are also really creative people who are also into art and stuff. So there was no problem with me, pursuing music from my family side. Not professionally, that's a problem, obviously. But there's never been problems. I have my younger brother who plays the keyboard, so there's always been that support from my side of the family. And from my friends, it's always been great. Friends always support you no matter what. And I just generally do music with my friends, so of course there's the support. Yeah, and they come to my shows, they watch my, they listen to my songs and stuff. So yeah, they've been really supportive.
Okay, so basically when I was going through your YouTube and your Facebook pages, I noticed that most of the performances that you did were covers.
Yeah.
So if you could share, is there anything or any original work that is in progress? When might we get to experience it? How's that going?
All right, so it's not like we've been prioritizing covers over originals. There's a balance between both of those because you learn from the covers and then you make your own stuff. So we've been doing covers because it binds us together as a band. It brings us in sync when we perform our favorite songs live and do the stuff like that. And in terms of originals, we have quite a few originals lined up actually. We've recorded one and it's being mixed, mastered and produced by a producer. So we are hoping that by the end of December we're gonna have a song out this week. This year.
This year.
Hopefully this year. Yeah. And we love doing covers, so that's why we've been doing those. And since we have content to put out when we do those covers, so that's why you're seeing more of the covers right now. But hopefully you're gonna see a lot more of our originals in the future.
Of course, looking forward to it very much. This is a very personal question for me because I was struggling to understand what could you say that the genre you guys are interested in or going for exactly.
Okay, so I'd say this is a struggle for us as well. We do not like to bind ourselves to a certain genre. We keep exploring music because all of us come from different musical backgrounds. I listen to a lot of rock stuff, then metal stuff. I also listen to a lot of indie stuff.
Yeah, I did notice there was a lot of influence of mostly indie music.
Indie music, yeah. I think most of it comes from indie music because the common influence is indie music, obviously. And then our drummer, bassist, and our other vocalist, we all have different kind of influences. So when it all comes together, we sort of like form something new. I wouldn't say new. It's obviously been done. Everything is a remix these days. But when all of these influences come together, we try to make something unique. So I wouldn't really pin the genre here because we like to explore stuff. So yeah.
So, like basically, if I focus on indie, like or whatever genre, like you guys are mixing and everything. So, what would you say is your particular inspiration or reason that you guys like connect with this particular genre, this type of music? And also, how do you personally see yourself fitting into this stream of genre or type of music that you guys are doing?
All right. So I've never really had to think about that, fitting in because the scene is very supportive. They're gonna always welcome you. There's always gonna be some type of people who are gonna listen to this type of music and this type of music. Everyone's gonna have clashes, in opinions and stuff. But there's always been this like-minded, welcoming people who are always welcoming new stuff. So yeah, I really look forward to that. So our idea of music has always been that whatever we do, we'll try to make up new stuff so that it sounds fresh. We stay. It's not about even like staying relevant or stuff. It's just we have fun doing it, and we also hope that the people who are gonna listen to us are gonna have fun as well. So yeah, that's it. I mean, fitting in the scene has never been that much of a challenge, I would say.
Right. So like you're saying that you get a lot of support from those already present.
We do get support right now, and we hope to get support as well. I mean, because obviously, yeah, why not?
So just to share a glimpse, like what is the sort of like you mentioned a project that you guys are working on that might be released soon. Yeah. So what is sort of the particularly the creative process behind it? Like the making of the music, the writing of the lyrics, the composing and everything. How does that all come together? Because in band there are many people with different opinions. Yeah. So how do you guys like combine that together and also come together to put out the product, like the music that you guys are working on?
Right. There's nothing fixed about this. There's no rules or anything about our creative process. We come together, we sit together in a practice pads where we like generally practice together, and we try to come up with something. Probably Pranta will have a new riff. I'll make something over it. Then Sami and Tamzid will come together to build something. Or Sami might have something. Then someone always brings something to the table. We build up on it, and I think so far we've struggled a lot with writing lyrics because we really suck at that. But eventually something comes up. So yeah. I think BracU University English Department or someone from the BracU Express could help us.
Of course, if anyone's interested out there,
please help us.
Feel free to reach out. So, like you, there are a lot of people who sort of share the passion of music as it is. And also, like you mentioned at the beginning, that pursuing music as a professional career is quite troublesome in our context, in our culture, or in the society we live in. So, there are students who still have that aspiration and they're sort of trying to find a balance between maintaining their study and also participating in their passion. So how do you find that balance? If you could like just share a tip or two for our other fellow members who share the same aspiration.
Honestly, it's very tough to find the balance.
Especially considering you're in your final year.
I'm in my final year, so I've had time before as well. It's not like I've not had the time to do music, honestly. I've had the time to do music, but you have to find those pockets in between like your schedules and everything. So that, for example, I have this class break. I can be listening to music. Listening to music is also practicing music. I believe that. So, for example, we discuss, the members of the band, we sit down and discuss that when is some person free, then we sit together at that time, or we try to book our practice at that time. And Fridays always work. Always work. And in terms of shows, you really cannot tell when the show is going to be. But we hope that it's at night time, so yeah, we can manage that way. But yeah, it's really hard to find a balance, but you eventually find it.
like considering you're a band, so there are also other members and they also have their studies and their life. So like if you could further share some details, like how is it that you guys come together and like like find those spots where you guys can or have the ability to work together right now or maybe later. Or I'm sure there are instances when someone might be absent. So how do you guys work with that?
If someone's absent, we just don't do it because we know we're not gonna have fun. Because without that person, there's always gonna be a missing element that we're gonna regret. That why did we put practice on this day? It's basically we initiate a chat in the group chat, kohon friasos and stuff like that. And then there's gonna be an hour of fight that no, I cannot sit there at this time. Na tu ei shomoy ashbi na keno, ami oi shomoy jabo. So, but eventually we find a common ground. I mean, there always has to be some sort of sacrifice. For example, like someone might have a date at that time. He has to let that go because we cannot give any other time. So we try to find the middle ground, and then we basically build up our time on that.
And like, does that sort of like affect your process of like creating new music?
There's always gonna be a give and take. Yeah. So.
But you just like manage to communicate it and.
Yeah. We have to manage, compromise, sacrifice, but it works out. Yeah.
So the final bit that I would ask is that is there any personal remarks or anything that you would like to share with our audience?
Yeah.
Anything at all?
All right. I would say that keep supporting people around you who do music. Then listen to a lot of good music, new music. And it just could be anything. I mean, you can listen to whatever you want because listening to music is just something that you do for pleasure. And I would say that keep going to shows, buy tickets for the shows. Recently, there's been a lot of events of people trying to barge into concerts. That's not really how things should be because probably I'm not pursuing music professionally, but there is someone out there who's pursuing music professionally. So when people do this, they do this kind of stuff. A lot of people are going to think that what's the point in buying the tickets when just people are just barging in. So that's going to bring concerts and live shows to an end. So we need to make sure that that kind of thing doesn't happen. So I would just ask everyone to be supportive in this. That's all.
So thank you so much, Raahim, for giving us your time today, and we hope you all enjoyed it and do catch us soon again.